I have no idea how I'm going to crunch this down into less than 5 minutes. I'm just going to start by saying, hopefully without jumping the gun too much here, Game of the Millennium. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Oh, but William, how could this possibly be Game of the Millennium Falcon already? It's too early, and it's not even a AAA game. Well, little Bernard, I disagree, because actually, it has many AAA qualities, like AAA features and AAA sponsorships, getting brand deals with companies like Aquafina, Evian, Fiji, and even Dasani, which I'm pretty sure is the bladderfish. You see, when small game companies such as Nintendo get brand deals with other small game companies, all they do is add a new character in their game. It's probably not even any good anyways. Meanwhile, when Subnautica gets sponsored, they make the entire world out of their sponsorship. Because they ain't no scammers, this is a real ass game company that makes real ass video games. Aside from sponsorships, which people obviously care a lot about, it also offers you some gameplay, which is more than any real AAA game company could say nowadays. But once again, because my review would definitely be biased, I'll allow a 5-second clip to explain what it feels like to play this game. So, in other words, this is also a longer video game, as you can only play it in segments of a couple seconds. But be sure to save, or else bye-bye 4 seconds worth of progress. And you think I'm joking? No, the videos in my intro weren't even edited. They were just hand-selected. Okay, on a more serious note, I do love this game, and because I felt wrong just making an entire joke video on it, this is the part where I'll explain why the last couple things I said were actually good. But if you're here solely for my dynamic and non-scripted supply of comedy, then go to another channel. Or alternatively, you could stay, maybe even like and subscribe, maybe even post about this video on threads. Anyways, where this game most obviously shines is its atmosphere. An intellectual like myself would say, yes, balancing all the elements such as music, graphics, sound effects, character interactions provides the best immersion in a video game. But then again, this game hits you with the single best soundtrack video games have ever brought to humanity, then proceeds to snap you right back to reality with some giant game-breaking glitch. Now, here's the thing. On the subject of similarity, I merged both Below Zero and Subnautica 1 elements together for this video, as I deemed them too close to argue around. Except, looking through the reviews of Below Zero, which are quite significantly lower than the first games, I noticed that most people's arguments for the first game being better is this atmosphere they get drawn into. But what concerns me is, after playing both games at least a dozen times in total, I can assure you that the world in Below Zero is way more refined and believable than Subnautica 1, mostly because they cleared out a lot of the bugs. Now, it's not rare for gamers to just be completely wrong about a video game's quality, but the fact that that is their only argument is a bit concerning, and on my latest rerun of this game, I finally understood what it is. Remember this clip from before? Yeah? Well, so did 6% of all the players, because what happened in their monkey brains is they saw this and went, oh, must mean it's published by Ubisoft, and started to ignore the details. So once they started playing Below Zero, the unbelievable attention to detail was just overlooked. But other than that, the bulk of them makes a lot of sense. Why? Well, because they're positive, and with absolutely no bias, I can say that both these games are more than deserving of any appraisal they get. These aren't your typically infinitely replayable games, but I've still completed them so many times. So once you filter out all these reviews that probably enjoyed Cyberpunk, the rest makes a lot more sense. There's still these weirdos that are bothered by the more story-driven gameplay of Below Zero. Those people I say, why are you even playing indie single-player games? Just go play Gary's mod if you want a sandbox so bad. With my sample size, I should be in a good position to give this game the proper evaluation it deserves. But honestly, I love it so much that I can't. Just know that after countless games played in my Steam library, I can still say that this is my favorite game of all time. And 5 years after its release, its position has not even remotely been threatened in my eyes. So if there was ever one game I could recommend you guys to try out, it's one of these two depending on what you're looking for. So Bernard, think before you ask stupid questions next time.